Success kicks off in your head. It's not just about luck, circumstances, or even how hard you hustle. It's really about how you think. The thoughts you hang on to the most will shape your reality. As lots of clever folks and teachers throughout history have reminded us, the power of thought lays the groundwork for all kinds of success. By getting a grip on certain mental tricks, you can totally change the direction of your life. The first thing to do for thinking like a champ is to realize just how much your thoughts influence your beliefs, actions, and the outcomes you see. What you focus on really shapes your experiences and what lies ahead. Think of your thoughts like seeds planted in the garden of your mind, and just like seeds, they'll grow into the stuff you see happening around you. If you keep nurturing positive and productive thoughts, you'll attract situations that reflect that vibe. But if your brain is filled with negativity or doubts, those will pop up as obstacles and hiccups along the way. Creating a clear mental picture of what you want is super important. Your mind loves to work with images, and if you repeatedly visualize a specific goal, you build a roadmap for your subconscious to follow. Visualizing success isn't just daydreaming about a perfect life. It's all about seeing it so vividly and in such detail that it feels like it's actually happening. Imagine yourself right in the action of achieving your goals, feeling the bliss of a healthy body or the joy of meaningful relationships. Let these mental snapshots steer your actions, because a detailed mental picture is way more than just a motivational nudge. It's a powerful guide that drives your subconscious toward making your dreams a reality. What happens inside you shows up on the outside. If you're filled with peace, gratitude, and confidence, those feelings will shine through in your daily life. On the flip side, if you're anxious, angry, or scared, those vibes will be reflected in your surroundings. Successful people know that how they feel inside plays a huge role in their relationships, health, and achievements. That's why nurturing a positive mindset and paying attention to your inner chatter is a must, not just a nice to have. Work on aligning your thoughts with the experiences you want to attract, and watch as your world starts to reflect your inner state. Your beliefs carry enormous weight in determining what you can achieve. Think of beliefs as filters that tweak all the info you take in and influence how you act. When you truly believe in your skills, you tend to act in ways that almost guarantee your success. But if you're stuck in self-limiting beliefs, it's like you're putting on the brakes and holding yourself back from achieving your true potential. A lot of these beliefs come from past experiences or what society has drilled into us. But the good news is that you can break them down by questioning them. Challenge anything that holds you back. Ask yourself if there are folks out there who've achieved what you want, even with similar obstacles. More often than not, the biggest barrier to your success is the one you've built in your own head. Your drive comes from your expectations. The thought of getting a reward pushes you to take action, but not every action will get you what you want. Successful people know that their expectations need to be grounded in reality and sparked by emotions. Just wishing for something isn't enough. You need to truly expect it with confidence. When you can picture the outcomes of your actions and really want them, your motivation will skyrocket. This inner energy will help you tackle challenges and keep pushing forward, even when things get tough. Your subconscious mind plays a huge part in shaping your reality. It's like an autopilot that guides your actions based on the thoughts you keep feeding it. If you think about a goal often and with feeling, your subconscious takes it on as a mission, working hard to make it happen. It does this by filtering how you see things, shining a light on opportunities, and pulling in circumstances that support your goal. This is linked to something called the reticular activating system in your brain. Once you decide that a specific goal matters to you, suddenly you start spotting things related to it all over the place. Your mind becomes tuned in to possibilities that you hadn't noticed before. Expectations have this magnetic quality. Your mind tends to make things happen based on what you expect, especially when those expectations come with a dose of confidence. When you expect good things, you're more likely to act in ways that help them come true. This idea, often called a self-fulfilling prophecy, means you often get not just what you want, but what you truly anticipate deep down. That's why keeping a positive outlook and believing in yourself aren't just fluffy notions. They're powerful tools that can change your reality. And even when you hit a bump in the road, hold on to the belief that the best is still ahead of you. Look for the lesson or opportunity that might be hidden in the challenge. Embrace challenges and turn them into stepping stones towards your big dreams. What you focus on really packs a punch. Whatever you keep your attention on, especially with a bit of emotion, becomes a bigger part of your life. This idea is at the core of mastering your mindset. When you zoom in on the qualities you want to grow or the achievements you're after, you start to make them your own. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions start to line up with those desires, creating a ripple effect that builds momentum. But watch out, distractions can water down that power. Staying focused in our busy, stimulus-filled world is a skill that sets the go-getters apart from the rest. Train your mind to zero in on what truly matters and let go of the small stuff. Let's talk about habits, because they seriously shape your life. You're pretty much a creature of habit, and the quality of those habits can make or break your results. Successful people get that their daily actions, no matter how tiny, either push them closer to their goals or pull them away. If your habits aren't doing you any favors, it's time for a change. Building new, empowering habits takes a bit of consistency and effort at first, but before you know it, they'll feel like second nature. Think of it as rewiring your brain. The more you practice a new behavior, the stronger that behavior's neural pathways become. Your mind kind of works like a magnet, pulling in experiences that vibe with your main thoughts. That's why people say, like attracts like. When you keep a thought clear in your mind and mix it with some emotion, you create a sort of energy field that brings similar things into your life. This concept, known as the law of attraction, has popped up in various cultures for ages. You've probably heard it summed up with sayings like, birds of a feather flock together, or like attracts like. To make this work for you, you need to get your thoughts, feelings, and actions in sync with what you want to pull into your life. Let's not overlook the power of decisions. They totally shape your future. The choices you make carve out your path, and being able to stand by your decisions is a major trait of successful people. When you pick a direction, really commit to it. That commitment sparks all kinds of events that can turn your choice into reality. On the flip side, indecision leads to nothing and can make you miss out on opportunities. Get into the habit of making strong decisions by weighing your options, choosing wisely, and then taking bold action. The more often you practice being decisive, the better you'll get at it. You're going to feel more and more sure about how you can shape your future. A positive attitude isn't just a nice bonus, it's a must-have for success. Being optimistic lets you spot opportunities where others just see problems, and it gives you that kick to keep moving ahead, even when things get tough. Plus, this upbeat vibe is infectious. It pulls in good people and exciting chances into your life. Sure, it's easy to dwell on the negatives, but successful folks train themselves to find the bright side in every situation. This little mindset shift doesn't just boost your spirits, it also improves your results. Let's face it, change is something we can't avoid. It's the only constant in life. Those who thrive aren't just okay with adapting, they welcome it. Instead of fighting against change, they see it as a chance to grow, learn, and level up. This way of thinking keeps them ahead of the game in a world that's always changing. By rolling with the punches, you set yourself up to grab new opportunities instead of feeling like a victim of life's twists and turns. Stay flexible with your methods if they're not getting you the results you want, and be ready to switch gears to reach your goals. Success is a long journey, not a final destination. It's all about learning, growing, and evolving. Your thoughts, beliefs, and habits are what build your reality, and by getting a handle on them, you can steer your life in the direction you want. The ideas shared here are tools to help you develop a mindset that boosts your ambitions. Embrace these principles and put them into action, and you'll see that success isn't something that just lands on you. It's something you create through thoughtful and intentional thinking. The power to succeed is already inside you. Take some time to think about the life you really want to live. Picture it vividly in your mind and line up your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with that vision. Push back against any limits you've set for yourself. Keep your expectations high to stay motivated and stay focused on what you're aiming for. As you do this, you'll start attracting the right chances and situations, letting your dreams unfold naturally. Remember, your life mirrors your thoughts, so make sure they're worth it. To build the mindset of a successful person, it's super important to dig into the power of motivation and how it shapes the road to achieving your dreams. Motivation isn't just a passing feeling, it's a strong force that fuels your journey. Motivation comes from within and pushes you to take action. It's like the link between your thoughts and what you actually do, often driven by what you think you'll gain from your efforts. If you get a handle on where your motivation comes from, you can totally change how you tackle life, making you the driver of your own journey instead of just reacting to what happens around you. At the heart of motivation is the ABC formula: antecedents, behavior, and consequences. These are the events that lead up to an action, and while those antecedents can sway your behavior, the real magic lies in understanding the consequences. Successful folks are really motivated by the outcomes they expect, which keeps them pushing through even when things get tough. That's why having a clear picture of what you want to achieve is super important. When you can clearly see the perks of your actions, you're way more likely to stick with them, no matter what challenges pop up. Your subconscious mind plays a massive role in keeping that motivation alive. When a goal is deeply rooted in your subconscious, your mind automatically nudges you towards actions that help you reach it. This happens thanks to the reticular activating system, a part of your brain that sifts through information and highlights what's important based on your main thoughts. The more you focus on your goals, the more your subconscious mind notices relevant chances and ideas, making them feel almost magical. But really, it's just about training your brain to be on high alert for anything that can help you succeed. Keeping your expectations high is a big trait of successful thinkers. What you expect tends to shape how you tackle different situations. If you're all about success, your actions will line up with that expectation, boosting your chances of hitting your goals. It doesn't mean you'll never fail, though. Instead, you'll view any setbacks as just bumps in the road and keep pushing for what you want. This mindset helps you bounce back because you trust you'll always find a way to move forward. Focusing your mind is a skill that can seriously boost your progress. When you keep honing in on a goal or a trait you want to develop, it gradually becomes part of your reality. You can see this principle in action everywhere. For example, if you focus on being more patient, every situation you face turns into a chance to practice your patience. Over time, that patience becomes second nature. The same applies to other awesome qualities like courage, determination, and integrity. What you really need to focus on is what you're nurturing in yourself. Getting a grip on how habits work is a big part of thinking like a winner. Most of our daily actions are automatic, done without us even thinking about them. If you want to shake things up in your life, you've got to switch up your habits. This means not just picking up new, positive ones, but also kicking those old, pesky ones to the curb. The first thing to do is figure out which habits are helping you get to where you want to be and which ones are dragging you down. Swapping a bad habit for a good one isn't a walk in the park, but it's super important. Our minds often resist change because they like sticking to what they know. But if you keep at it, creating new habits will eventually feel as easy as pie. The idea of the mind acting like a magnet isn't just about pulling in people or shiny things. It's about all your experiences too. Like attracts like. If you hang out in a negative space, guess what? Negative stuff will keep popping up in your life. On the flip side, when you radiate positivity and optimism, you'll start spotting more good things around you. It's not that the world magically changes. It's more about how your perception shifts, making you open to opportunities that match your positive vibe. Making solid decisions is a key trait of successful folks. When you've got lots of choices, it's super easy to get stuck in a loop of overthinking. But successful people know that making a decision, even if it's not perfect, is way better than sitting still. Decisions get the ball rolling and kick things into action. Once you've made a choice, your mind tunes into ways to make it work, nudging you to take the steps you need. This action-oriented mindset sets achievers apart from those who just dream and don't act. Keeping a positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the tough stuff or pretending everything's peachy. It's about tackling situations with hope and the belief that there's always a way forward. Positivity fuels your perseverance. When you believe things can improve, you're more likely to keep pushing for that better future. This upbeat outlook isn't just about your own goals. It also shapes how you connect with others. Approach people with a positive spin, and you'll create a vibe of encouragement and support, making it easier to forge strong relationships. Adapting to change is just part of the journey to success. Change can feel a bit shaky, but it's all part of the adventure. It brings growth rather than fighting it off. Get ready to welcome change with open arms and adjust when needed. When you learn to be flexible, you turn change from something scary into a golden opportunity. You become the kind of person who flourishes in all sorts of circumstances because you're not stuck in one way of thinking. This adaptability is super important in our ever-changing world. Being able to shift gears ensures you stay in the game no matter what life throws at you. Your thoughts shape your life. They're not set in stone, and neither are you. As you change and grow, your thinking should shift to mirror the person you want to become, the things you want to achieve, and the mark you hope to leave on the world. Let this self-reflection steer your everyday actions. The ideas shared here aren't just talk. They're practical tools that can really make a difference if you use them regularly. Keep polishing your mindset, tweaking your habits, and caring for your inner self. You'll soon notice that success isn't luck. It's all about making choices. The decisions you make, the thoughts you nurture, and the habits you build are all linked together, guiding your life's journey. By aligning them with the principles of successful thinking, you're giving yourself the power to reach your highest potential. Remember, success isn't about reaching a finishing line. It's a lively journey of ongoing growth. Embrace it with an open mind, a can-do spirit, and a dedication to getting better. As you move forward, keep in mind that setbacks aren't failures, they're chances to learn. Look at every challenge as a stepping stone toward greater knowledge. Everyone who's achieved something has had to deal with tough times, but it's their knack for seeing past temporary barriers that makes them stand out. Adopt this mindset, and you'll start to view problems as opportunities to sharpen your approach and come out even stronger. The path to success may have its ups and downs, but the rewards will definitely outweigh the hard work. By putting the mental principles we've discussed into action, you kickstart a journey that not only brings you closer to your dreams, but also helps you become the type of person who can maintain lasting success. You become more than just your achievements. You turn into a living proof of the power of focused thinking. Your mind is a powerful tool. Use it wisely, choose your thoughts carefully, and zero in on what truly matters. Never underestimate the power of small, steady actions. The ideas might seem basic, but putting them into practice can truly change your life. When you live by these principles, it's not about if you'll succeed, but when it will happen. This shift in how you think kicks off a whole new approach, one that lets you go with the flow rather than fighting against it. Instead of just reacting to what happens, you take charge, steering your life with clarity and purpose. As you embrace this fresh way of thinking, you'll start noticing changes, not just in what you achieve, but in how you feel overall. You'll feel more in control, more driven, and more ready to tackle whatever life throws your way. The principles we're chatting about here are like building blocks for a fulfilling and accomplished life. Use them, live by them, and let them show you the way. Your journey to success starts with your mindset, so think big, think positive, and think with intention. Allow your thoughts to guide you toward the life you dream of, and then take action to turn that dream into reality. The way your mind works goes way beyond just having thoughts. It shapes everything you do and the choices you make. When you foster a mindset that focuses on principles leading to success, you'll notice a change in how you see the world. Suddenly, things aren't so much about problems, but about opportunities. It's less about what you can't do and more about what's possible. Successful folks aren't necessarily born with a silver spoon, but they train themselves to see chances where others spot hurdles. This change starts when you realize that the quality of your life reflects the quality of your thoughts. By concentrating on growing traits like resilience, courage, and discipline, you're basically laying the groundwork for your future wins. These qualities don't just appear overnight, they come from a lot of hard work and a commitment to improving. Resilience, for instance, is crucial in tough times. It's about bouncing back from setbacks, viewing failure not as the end of the road, but as just another step on your journey. When you adopt this mindset, challenges turn into valuable lessons, each one helping you grow into a stronger and more capable person. Courage isn't just about being fearless, it's about moving forward despite feeling scared. It's the choice to take action, even if you're not sure how things will turn out. Successful people get that fear of failing is totally normal, but they know it shouldn't hold them back. Instead of letting life call the shots, they learn to be brave when it counts, knowing that real growth hangs out just outside their comfort zone. Each act of courage adds to the habit of tackling challenges head-on, turning fear into fuel for progress. Discipline is like that quiet friend who's always there, helping out all the other good qualities. It's about sticking with it over time, keeping your eyes on the prize, and simply not giving up. While motivation can be a bit flaky, discipline stands firm, guiding what you do, no matter how you're feeling at the moment. You grow discipline by making little commitments to your goals every day. By choosing to be disciplined daily, you slowly gather the energy needed to tackle the bigger aspirations. It's the thread that stitches together the ideas of successful thinking, making sure your thoughts turn into consistent, purposeful actions. A big part of thinking successfully is realizing that your mind is capable of growth. Unlike skills and intelligence that some might think are set in stone, your abilities can actually improve with a bit of effort and determination. This idea, known as a growth mindset, is way different from a fixed mindset, where people believe they can't change or develop. By embracing this growth mindset, you're opening the door to ongoing improvement, seeing setbacks not as failures, but as little nudges to rethink your approach. If you're enjoying this audiobook so far, please let me know by liking this video. Your support helps me continue writing and sharing these audiobooks for free. Thank you. Now, let's get back to the story. The law of attraction often talks about the power of positive thinking to pull in good vibes. But there's also something called the law of repulsion that comes into play during your growth journey. As you become a more positive and motivated person, you might naturally start to drift away from people, habits, and environments that don't match up with your goals. It's a normal part of evolving, much like how magnets push away things that don't fit. Changing how you think will help you let go of parts of your life that no longer line up with your bigger purpose. Being intentional with your choices is super important if you want to succeed in the long run. Every day is filled with choices, from tiny habits to major life changes. The secret to making wise choices lies in understanding what really matters to you. When you know your values and what you prioritize, making decisions becomes a lot easier and aligns more with your goals. Successful folks don't just float along, they pick their paths mindfully, always guiding their journey. Having a clear vision of what you want can really change the game when it comes to shaping your reality. The idea that you get what you expect isn't just a positive thinking exercise, it's about getting your mind ready for success. When you genuinely believe that good things are heading your way, you naturally start taking actions that align with that belief. You become more open to taking risks, jumping on opportunities, and pushing through challenges because you're looking forward to a positive outcome. Now, this kind of mindset doesn't promise instant results, but it sure boosts your chances of success by keeping you focused and motivated. Don't underestimate the power of your subconscious mind. It's like a hard drive storing lots of information without you even realizing it. Your habits, beliefs, and feelings all hang out there. By feeding it positive affirmations, visualization, and empowering thoughts, you can actually get it to work in your favor. But here's the thing. You need to keep at it with a bit of passion. The more you vividly picture your goals and get emotionally charged about them, the more these thoughts stick into your subconscious, influencing your behavior without you even knowing it. One of the easiest ways to tweak your thinking is through positive affirmations. These are simple statements that help you reinforce empowering beliefs about yourself and what you can do. When you repeat them regularly and with feelings, these affirmations start to knock out any old, limiting beliefs. For example, switching a thought like, "I'm not good enough," to "I am capable and deserve success" can totally flip your mindset towards self-belief. Consistently saying affirmations gradually sinks these new beliefs into your subconscious, changing how you see yourself and what you're capable of. Your emotions play a huge part in shaping the quality of your thoughts and actions. They're not just random reactions, they actually reflect your deep down beliefs. Learning to handle your emotions smartly is a skill that can seriously boost your ability to think like a successful person. This isn't about pushing your feelings down, but rather understanding them and using them to your advantage. When you're feeling low, it's a cue to take a step back and rethink your approach. But when you're buzzing with inspiration, that's your cue to leap into action. By staying aware of your emotions, you can stay in sync with how you're feeling and make it easier to ride the waves of life's ups and downs. To really think like a successful person, you've got to take some time to look back and reflect on your experiences. This self-reflection helps you learn from what you've been through and pick up useful lessons for the challenges ahead. When you take a moment to ponder, you can check in on your beliefs, habits, and what you've accomplished, spotting areas that might need a bit of work. This whole process of looking inward should be a regular thing. It's a great way to polish your mindset. Successful folks make self-reflection a priority because they know that growing is a never-ending journey. Now let's chat about being adaptable. Life doesn't always play out the way we want, so being able to switch gears and adjust your game plan is super important for long-term success. Being adaptable doesn't mean you throw your goals away at the first hiccup. It's about coming up with fresh strategies when your original plans go haywire. When you're flexible in your thinking, you can spot different routes to reach your goals, turning potential bumps in the road into chances to learn and grow. When you can adapt, you keep moving forward, even when life throws surprises your way. Next up is visualization. This isn't just about daydreaming about what you want your future to look like. It's about building a vivid mental picture of your aspirations and running through it in your mind over and over. When you visualize yourself crushing it, you're not just programming your subconscious, but also getting your body and emotions ready for that success. Top performers in sports, business, and all sorts of fields use visualization to boost their game. By mentally rehearsing your wins, you build your confidence and sync your actions with the success you envision. Continuous learning is another key trait that sets successful people apart. The world around us is always changing, and those who want to stay on top are the ones who keep chasing knowledge. Embrace a mindset that loves to learn, whether you've just nailed something or faced a setback. Cultivating curiosity and a thirst for improvement not only helps you keep up with the times, but also makes sure you're always evolving. Read books, find mentors, take courses, do whatever it takes to broaden your mind. The thoughts you entertain daily create pathways in your brain, and these pathways can either lift you up or hold you back. By consciously choosing to focus on thoughts that support your goals, you start forming mental habits that lead you down the road to success. Habits don't have to be fancy. Even the tiniest, consistent actions can lead to big changes over time. Whether it's kicking off your day with a positive affirmation or carving out some time to review your goals, these little practices help shape your mindset and gear you up for bigger achievements ahead. At the heart of successful thinking is the idea that you're in charge of your life. It's about realizing you're the one who creates your own circumstances, not just a victim caught up in them. This power is all in your thoughts, and it's on you to use this power wisely. You could let life's ups and downs call the shots, or you could take the reins and steer your own way by mastering your mind. Choose to think thoughts that boost your best self, Pick habits that back your goals and make choices that get you closer to your vision. Keep in mind that thinking like a successful person isn't just a one-off thing. It's a lifelong adventure. It takes regular effort and a solid commitment to growing. The ideas shared here are tools to help you build a mindset that leads to success. Use them every day, and you'll see how deeply your thoughts can shape your world. You have the power to think your way into the life you want, so why not start now and let your mind guide you to your greatest potential? Getting the hang of successful thinking means knowing you can train, shape, and refine your mind. It's not enough to just acknowledge that your thoughts affect your reality. You need to actively engage in practices that make this understanding stick. One of the most effective ways to do this is by setting clear and specific goals. Think of goal setting as a roadmap for your mind, steering your thoughts, energy, and actions toward a clear destination. The clearer your goals, the sharper and more effective your thinking becomes. When you nail down your goals, being specific is crucial. Vague goals lead to vague results. Instead of just wishing to be successful, define what success actually looks like for you. Is it hitting a certain income, mastering a new skill, building solid relationships? The more detailed your vision is, the easier it is to come up with a plan and make decisions that line up with what you want. Goals give your mind something solid to latch onto, cutting down distractions and ramping up your sense of purpose. Plus, whenever you set big goals, break them into smaller, bite-sized steps. This way, larger goals don't seem so daunting, and you'll have a clearer path to follow. Regular milestones are fun little checkpoints to celebrate as you go along. Each step you take adds to your confidence and strengthens your belief that you can reach your big goal. This whole process lets you tweak your game plan as you gather feedback and see results. Plus, taking small, consistent actions builds some serious momentum, turning your dreams from fuzzy ideas into real-life achievements. Another key idea for thinking like a winner is to get a grip on how important time really is. Time is something you can't get back, so how you spend it shows what matters most to you. Successful folks understand that their thoughts, energy, and actions need to be invested wisely. That means steering clear of activities that waste your precious time and homing in on tasks that'll help you reach your long-term vision. You should also be present and fully engaged in whatever you're working on. When you really value your time, you start using it more thoughtfully, which helps you edge closer to your goals. Now, let's talk about something crucial for achieving success: being ready for bumps in the road. Challenges are just part of the adventure, but they don't have to hold you back. By expecting hiccups and planning for them, you can keep a proactive mindset instead of reacting to every little thing. This way, you can see challenges as chances to learn and grow. Every hurdle has something to teach you if you approach it with the right mindset. Get yourself mentally prepped for tough spots, and when they come up, remember, they're just temporary and can be overcome. Feedback also plays a huge role in the success game. Whether it's high fives or constructive criticism, feedback is info that helps you tweak your approach. Instead of viewing it as a slap on the wrist regarding your abilities, think of it as a handy tool for growth. When you receive constructive feedback, seize it as a chance to get better. And hey, even if it stings a bit, there might be a nugget of truth in there that can help sharpen your skills or adjust your strategy. Being open to feedback and acting on it is a clear sign of maturity and a healthy growth mindset. Don't forget, who you hang out with can really shape your way of thinking. If you spend a lot of time with people who have a negative outlook or don't have big dreams, their attitudes can rub off on you. On the flip side, surrounding yourself with upbeat, goal-driven people can energize you and push you to reach for even greater heights. Successful thinkers know that choosing the right crowd is key to elevating their game. The attitudes and actions of the people around you can either give you a boost or drag you down. It's super helpful to find mentors, buddies, and friends who really push you to grow, cheer on your dreams, and share similar values. The way you talk to yourself, known as self-talk, can either lift you up or pull you down. The chatter you keep in your head shows how you really feel about yourself and what you can do. If your self-talk is filled with doubts, fears, and negativity, it will show in what you do. Think like a winner and swap out those negative thoughts for positive affirmations. Give yourself some encouragement when tough times hit and celebrate every little victory. The words you use on yourself shape how you see yourself, which in turn influences how you act and what you achieve. Bouncing back from setbacks is a key trait of successful folks. Life can be a bit of a roller coaster, and even the best laid plans can go wonky. Resilience helps you keep your eye on the prize and keep moving ahead, even when things get tough. It's not just about getting back on your feet after a fall, but also about using those tough moments as fuel to push you toward even greater wins. Work on being resilient by adopting a growth mindset where every experience is seen as a chance to learn something new. Taking responsibility for your actions is a game changer when it comes to success. When you own your life and all its ups and downs, you empower yourself to make changes. Blaming outside factors for your situation steals your power and makes it hard to find solutions. By owning your circumstances, you become the author of your own story, with the ability to rewrite any part you want. This sense of accountability pushes you to make better choices and take purposeful actions, knowing that your life is a reflection of your own decisions. Another vital habit is gratitude. This shifts your focus from what's missing in your life to all the great things you already have, creating a feeling of abundance. Gratitude strengthens positive thinking by reminding you of the good stuff in your life, which helps bring more of it your way. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean you ignore challenges. It just means you acknowledge the good that exists alongside them. When you kick off each day by expressing gratitude, you set a positive vibe that can change your mood, your thoughts, and ultimately your actions. To really embrace the mindset of a successful person, you also have to being willing to let go of what no longer helps you can mean ditching those limiting beliefs, unhelpful habits, or even relationships that aren't boosting your growth. I know it feels comfy to stick with the familiar, but it can also keep you stuck in the same old spot. Growth requires change, and that often means getting rid of old patterns to make space for the new. So don't shy away from regularly checking in on your life and tweaking things when needed. A winning mindset also means having a vision that goes beyond just what you want for yourself. Think about how your goals and actions can have a positive impact on others. When you feel a sense of purpose that reaches beyond your personal dreams, you're way more likely to stay motivated and dedicated. Purpose gives your efforts real meaning, making the chase for success much more satisfying. Ask yourself how your wins can help the bigger picture, and let that motivate you to aim for even more. Focus is one of the most powerful tools you have for shaping your world. The knack for channeling your mental energy on one thing while keeping distractions at bay can really separate the extraordinary from the average. Focus helps you get the most out of your time and energy, especially in a world bursting with distractions. Carve out specific times for deep work, banish distractions during these slots, and throw yourself into what you're doing. Over time, the results from this consistent effort will pile up and lead to amazing achievements. Remember, success isn't a straight path. There will be times when you're flying forward and times that feel like you're stuck in neutral. Patience and persistence are your best pals during the slower moments. Know that setbacks and delays don't mean you failed. They're just part of the ride. Trust that if you stay true to your vision and keep taking meaningful steps forward, you'll see the rewards come in. Successful thinkers are those who can bide their time and keep pushing, no matter what. To weave these ideas into your everyday life takes dedication and sticking with it. Start by picking a few practices to work on, then gradually add more as these habits become second nature. Just remember, it's the little daily choices that lead to lasting change. The way you think shapes the way you live, so make it a point to foster a mindset focused on growth and resilience. And positivity can totally change your life in ways you might not have imagined. The road to success is all about having purpose in your thoughts and taking thoughtful actions. So, grab onto the ideas shared here and let them guide your choices every day. As you line up your thoughts, habits, and decisions with these principles, you'll discover that success isn't just something you chase after. It's a natural outcome of how you think and live. Keep fine-tuning your mindset, and remember, growth is a lifelong adventure. Plus, the rewards are endless. Success is more of a journey than a final destination. It's about continuously shaping your thoughts, refining your habits, and making choices that resonate with your biggest dreams. Every day brings a fresh chance to think differently, act with purpose, and inch closer to your goals. Keep your vision clear, your actions steady, and your mindset upbeat. The more you practice thinking like a winner, the more it'll feel like second nature, and soon your life will mirror the success you dream of. So let's dive in. Think big, think boldly, and let your thoughts lead you to the life you want. As you kickstart this adventure of thinking like a successful person, it's super important to create a routine that backs up these principles. Your daily routine acts as a solid base for your thoughts, actions, and habits. Successful thinkers don't just wing it. They carefully design their days to boost productivity, encourage growth, and keep a positive vibe. How you start and end your day can really set the mood for everything else. Begin each day with a bit of quiet time for reflection, action, or even a meditation session. This little practice helps you get centered so you can tackle the day with a clear head and focus. Use this time to picture your goals, affirm what you intend to achieve, and show gratitude for what you've got. These simple moments of mindfulness can totally shift your perspective, getting you ready to take on whatever challenges come your way with resilience and positivity. As you build this habit, you'll notice your mornings laying the groundwork for a successful day. After you've had your moment of reflection, it's a great idea to fit in some physical activity. Exercise doesn't just get your body moving, it also boosts your mental clarity. There's a solid link between physical health and how our brains perform, so getting moving can really uplift your mood, energy, and focus. You don't need to do an intense workout. Sometimes just a brief walk can do wonders. A stretching routine can really shake things up for you, but the magic ingredient is sticking to it. Make it a must-do part of your day. Another biggie is figuring out your priorities. Instead of just reacting to whatever pops up, take charge by picking your top 3 must-do tasks each morning. These should be the ones that'll really push you closer to your goals. By zeroing in on your priorities, you'll make sure that your precious time and energy are aimed at the stuff that really counts. This trick helps you dodge getting bogged down by little tasks and keeps you cruising steadily toward what you want to achieve. Throughout the day, don't forget to give your brain a break. Just like any muscle, your mind can get tired, and too much intense focus can actually slow you down. So take short breaks here and there, step away from what you're working on, take a deep breath, and let your thoughts wander a bit. Doing this refreshes your mind, so when you jump back in, you're ready to tackle whatever comes your way with renewed energy. When the day winds down, carve out some time to think about what you've achieved. Celebrate your wins and recognize the areas where you could improve. This isn't about being hard on yourself. It's all about learning and growing. Reflect on what worked and what might need a different approach next time. This nightly check-in helps you make smarter choices and gears you up to hit the next day with fresh motivation and purpose. On top of these daily habits, creating a supportive environment is super important for your success. Your surroundings can either lift you up or drag you down. Keep your workspace tidy, distraction-free, and filled with things that inspire you, like books, quotes, or mementos of your achievements. The vibe of your environment plays a big role in how you feel. A clean, motivating space can boost your focus and productivity, while a messy area can just add stress. And remember, your environment isn't just physical. It also includes the digital realm. Social media, news, and online stuff can impact your mood and thoughts way more than you'd think. So be mindful of what you're consuming online. Limit time spent on negative or distracting content, and fill your digital space with uplifting resources that help you grow, like educational videos or inspirational talks. Finding those motivational articles or podcasts that really vibe with your goals is super important. Just like you need to eat good food for your body, you've got to feed your mind with the right stuff too. And let's not forget the people you hang around with. The folks you choose to be around can totally shape how you think and feel. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow, cheer you on when you're chasing after your dreams, and maintain a sunny outlook on life. Their energy and attitude can really rub off on you. So spend time with those who have the qualities you want to build in yourself. Look for mentors who've already nailed what you're aiming for. Learn from their stories, pick up their tips, and let their wisdom steer you in the right direction. Keep your learning ongoing. It's all about committing to learn for life. Whether that's diving into books, joining seminars, or seeking out advice from seasoned pros, remember that knowledge is super powerful. The more you know, the better you'll be at tackling challenges, jumping on opportunities, and making smart choices. Make it a daily habit to discover something new, no matter how tiny it is. Over time, this little habit of soaking up knowledge can lead to some pretty amazing personal and professional growth. Thinking like a champ also means you've got to learn how to handle stress well. Stress is just part of living, but it doesn't have to run your life or control your thoughts. Get the hang of stress-busting techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness, or diving into your hobbies. These methods can help you stay cool and collected, even when things get tough. Being able to remain calm under pressure is a skill that's super handy, especially when you need to think clearly and make good decisions. And hey, don't skip out on rest and recovery. Your mind and body need time to recharge, and if you ignore rest, you might end up feeling worn out. Prioritize your sleep. It's essential for thinking straight, handling your emotions, and just feeling good overall. When you're well rested, you'll be sharper, better at facing challenges, and more focused on your goals. Taking time to rest isn't a sign of weakness. It's actually realizing just how crucial it is for long-lasting success. Putting these practices into action takes some discipline. And guess what? Discipline is a skill you can build over time. The more you stick to a routine, the easier it gets, even when your motivation flags a bit. This consistency will lay down a solid groundwork for reaching your goals. Start small and keep at it. It's important to start small and gradually increase how intense and long your habits are. Remember, the aim isn't to be perfect. It's all about making progress. Every little step, no matter how tiny, is still a step in the right direction. Embrace a sense of gratitude in your daily life. Begin and end each day by noting down what you're thankful for, and make sure to pause throughout the day to enjoy even the tiniest pleasures. Gratitude helps shift your focus from what you don't have to what you do, creating a more positive vibe. It allows you to notice the good stuff in your life, which can attract even more positivity. This simple habit can really turn your mindset around, making you more resilient, optimistic, and ready to tackle any challenges. Now let's keep a long-term view in mind. Success doesn't just happen in a flash, and you'll likely face a few bumps along the way. Patience is key, so keeping your eyes on the big picture can help keep you fired up even when progress feels slow. Remind yourself that each day is a fresh chance to inch closer to your goals. Sure, some days will be tougher than others, but as long as you keep moving forward, you're on the road to success. The ideas and tips we're chatting about aren't strict rules. Think of them as friendly guidelines to help you cultivate a mindset geared for growth and achievement. As you weave these practices into your life, be ready to adapt. Life can throw curveballs when you least expect it, and being flexible in your approach is super important for overcoming obstacles. Welcome the ride with all its twists and turns as part of becoming your best self. Remember, success isn't just for a lucky few. It's there for anyone willing to align their thoughts, habits, and actions with their dreams. Your mind is a powerful tool that can shape your reality in amazing ways. The more you practice thinking like a winner, the more it will naturally fit into who you are. Let these principles guide you and watch your life shift for the better from the inside out. Keep refining your mindset, stay dedicated to growth, and never forget how much those small daily actions can make a difference. The journey may not always breeze by, but trust me, it'll always be worth it. Success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you turn into along the way. Dream big, act boldly, and let your ideas lead you toward a meaningful and fulfilling life each day. Think in ways that fuel your biggest dreams, and let your actions align with those thoughts. The journey kicks off in your mind, so make those thoughts count. Getting into a successful mindset isn't just about daily practices or setting goals. It also shapes how you face challenges, failures, and growth. A key part of thinking like a winner is building a healthy relationship with failure. It might sound a bit strange, but the most successful folks know that failure is not the opposite of success. In fact, it's part of the package. Each stumble, mistake, or letdown is packed with lessons, as long as you've got the guts to look for them. Failure acts like a teacher, showing you where you can tweak, learn, and get better. When you hit a bump in the road, take a moment to figure out what went wrong and why. Reflect on it, but don't let it sink you. Instead, think of it as a stepping stone by asking yourself what you could do differently next time. This shift in mindset turns failure from something scary into a crucial part of growing. The ability to learn from your missteps and bounce back is what really separates the successful from those who throw in the towel after a few bumps. It's all about resilience, the knack for pushing through even when things get a bit foggy. Successful thinking also means spotting the difference between being busy and being truly productive. Lots of folks think that being active means they're making progress, but not all actions lead to real results. To hit your goals, focus on the activities that really matter and make an impact. This is all about learning to prioritize, saying no to things that don't help you reach your aims, and constantly checking if your actions are lining up with your goals. Productivity is more about quality than just getting more things done, and successful people are pros at directing their time and energy toward what truly counts. On top of being productive, having a mindset geared toward constant improvement is vital for success. This way of thinking, often called Kaizen, is all about making small, consistent tweaks that eventually add up to big progress. The aim is to keep looking for ways to boost your skills, knowledge, and habits, even if the changes feel tiny. Whether it's sharpening your communication skills, picking up a new trick in your field, or just finding a faster way to tick off your to-do list, continuous improvement will keep you moving forward. So let's dive into how to keep growing and avoid getting too comfy in your success. First off, successful thinkers really get that taking smart risks is super important. Now, when people hear risk, they often freak out, assuming it's all about danger. But the truth is, taking risks is a natural part of going after the stuff that really matters. When we talk about calculated risks, we're referring to those that are planned out, where the potential wins make the possible downsides worth it. The trick is being strategic about how you view risks, not just diving in without thinking. Before you decide on something, it's a good idea to weigh the pros and cons, think about what might happen, and have a backup plan just in case. By embracing these smart risks, you're opening yourself up to fresh opportunities and experiences that can really speed up your progress. Next up is managing your ego like a boss. Your ego can be a bit of a double-edged sword. While being confident is key for success, a big ego can blindside you, making it tough to see the truth or welcome helpful feedback. So, keep your ego in check. Practice being humble, stay open to feedback, and remember there's always more to learn. The most successful folks are usually those who stay teachable, no matter how many achievements they rack up. They're okay with asking questions, owning up to their mistakes, and seeking advice when they need it. Now let's chat about emotional intelligence, which is a crucial yet often ignored part of thinking like a winner. It's all about getting a grip on your own emotions and also understanding how others feel. Being emotionally intelligent helps you handle social situations, sort out conflicts, and build solid relationships, all of which are super important for long-term success. It means knowing when to speak up and when to listen, when to stand your ground and when to compromise. It's like having a sixth sense for reading the room and responding in a way that matches your values and goals. One fab way to boost your emotional intelligence is to practice empathy. Empathy lets you connect with people on a deeper level, helping you understand their feelings, needs, and viewpoints. This builds trust and rapport, paving the way for more meaningful relationships, both personal and professional. When you genuinely care about others and try to understand where they're coming from, you become a better communicator and leader. This, in turn, opens up new doors, as people are much more likely to support and team up with those who show empathy. Building your self-confidence is also key. Having a winning mindset is super important, and confidence plays a big role in that. Now, confidence comes from knowing your stuff, which you build up through practice, learning, and just getting out there and doing things. The more you hone your skills, the better you'll get at them, and in turn, your confidence will soar. Just remember, being confident doesn't mean you'll never feel scared or doubtful. It's more about pushing through those feelings and taking action anyway. To boost your self-confidence, start by setting small, achievable goals and give yourself a pat on the back each time you smash one. As you hit those targets, your confidence will grow and you'll feel ready to tackle even bigger dreams. Next, let's chat about managing your time, because that's another key skill for thinking like a winner. When you learn to juggle your time well, you're making sure you spend it on the right things, setting clear boundaries, and kicking procrastination to the curb. But just to be clear, managing time doesn't mean being busy every second. It's more about making your working moments really count. Finding the right balance is crucial. Sure, you want to chase your goals, but don't forget to carve out time for chilling out, having fun, and nurturing your relationships. A balanced life helps you avoid burnout and keeps you feeling fresh and motivated. Now, goal setting is super important, but just as vital is the part where you regularly check in on those goals and tweak them if needed. Life's always changing, and as you grow, your goals might evolve too. So it's a good idea to make it a routine to assess your progress every month or so. This way, you can stay on course, make any adjustments needed, and keep your sights set on what you really want out of life. Setting new milestones will help you keep pushing your limits and unlocking your potential. Your self-image is a major player in shaping your reality too. How you view yourself influences what you do, how you connect with others, and the outcomes you get. If you think of yourself as capable and deserving of success, you're more likely to act in ways that match that belief. On the flip side, if you see yourself as unworthy or incapable, you might unintentionally trip yourself up. So it's all about aligning your self-image with the person you aim to be. Do some self-affirmation, picture your future wins, and act like the person who embodies the qualities you want to develop. The more you nurture that positive self-image, the more instinctively you'll lean towards behaviors that help you grow. Thinking like a successful person also means being clever with your resources. It's not just about having the fanciest tools, it's all about making the most of what you've got. Being resourceful means being creative, solving problems, and being flexible. When you hit a bump in the road, don't just see it as a dead end. Think of it as a fun puzzle waiting to be solved. Use your skills, knowledge, and connections to find other ways to tackle the issue. Successful folks often achieve amazing things not because everything was handed to them on a silver platter, but because they make the best out of every chance they get. And let's not forget about patience. In a world obsessed with getting things instantly, being able to hold off for something better is a superpower. Big accomplishments take time, effort, and sticking with it. Be ready to roll up your sleeves and put in the work, knowing that every little step you take gets you closer to what you want. Patience helps you stay on track over the long haul and stops you from throwing in the towel too soon, especially when things are moving at a snail's pace. To keep your mind in a winning place, you need to find ways to keep that spark of inspiration alive. Inspiration is what fuels your motivation and keeps your dreams shining bright. Surround yourself with stories of people who've done incredible things. Dive into books that get your heart racing, or listen to motivational speakers who resonate with your dreams. Inspiration can reignite your zest for life when you're feeling down or worn out. Make it a regular thing to seek out what inspires you, so you can keep your enthusiasm bubbling and your focus razor sharp. Now let's talk about legacy. Success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself or how much money you rack up. It's about making a positive mark on the people around you and the world at large. Think about how your actions, goals, and values can make a lasting difference. What do you want people to remember you for? How can you help others feel better? When you approach your success with a mindset focused on legacy, your goals become more meaningful and you find a deeper sense of joy in what you're pursuing. Thinking like someone who's successful means more than just picking up certain habits. It's about shifting how you see life and go after your goals. It's about building a mind that's tough, flexible, and always ready to grow. It's understanding that the road to success is a never-ending journey of learning, evolving, and reaching for greatness. The ideas shared here are meant to help you develop that strong mindset. Let's chat about the habits that can help you live a life filled with purpose, achievement, and satisfaction. Start by making your thoughts the bedrock of your dreams. Trust in your abilities, act deliberately, and keep reaching for the best version of yourself. Every thought, choice, and action contributes to shaping your future, so make sure they all count. Going after a successful mindset is a lifelong adventure. It's something you have to keep nurturing and refining. It's all about making conscious choices every single day that align with what you want. Remember, your mindset is the core of what you do, which means success isn't just something you chase after. It becomes a way of life. This mindset influences everything from the tiniest daily tasks to those big, life-altering decisions. Now let's dive into what it means to have intention. It's not just about setting goals. It's about tackling each action with a clear purpose. When you act with intention, you navigate through life, making choices that steer you closer to your objectives rather than just floating along. So, kick off each day with a specific intention in mind. Think about how you want to present yourself to the world, what you want to accomplish, and who you aspire to be. Let these intentions guide your actions and decisions throughout the day. Your words are super important too. They help shape your mindset. The language you use, whether it's chatting with others or what you tell yourself, can dramatically influence how you think and feel. Using negative phrases or limiting language can fuel doubts and fears, while uplifting words can boost your confidence. Pay attention to how you talk about yourself. Instead of saying, "I can't" or "I'm not good enough," try swapping those out for phrases like, "I'm working on it" or "I'm learning every day." The language you choose can really frame how you see reality. Another biggie in keeping a successful mindset is nurturing your curiosity. Curiosity is all about wanting to learn, discover, and understand. It pushes you to ask questions, try new experiences, and keep expanding your knowledge. The more curious you are, the more open you become to fresh ideas and viewpoints. This openness is key for growth because it helps you adapt to changes and come up with creative solutions when challenges pop up. Curiosity keeps your mind buzzing so you never fall into a rut or get too comfortable. Having a growth-oriented mindset means welcoming challenges instead of running away from them. Think of challenges as stepping stones rather than barriers. They're your ticket to becoming better. When you hit a tough spot, treat it as a golden opportunity to push your skills, learn something fresh, or toughen up your resilience. Each challenge you tackle boosts your confidence and adds to your toolkit, making you ready to face whatever comes next. Always keep in mind that growth happens just outside your comfort zone. By welcoming challenges, you don't just smash your goals, you also grow into a more complete version of yourself. Another key thing to nail down is setting boundaries. Boundaries are like the shields that guard your time, energy, and focus from those pesky distractions or requests that don't fit with your goals. Learning to say no to certain things isn't about being unkind. It's about making space for what really counts. When you set your boundaries, you make room for the things that truly help you grow and feel good. This means you can give your full attention to what matters most, leading to more meaningful achievements. A successful mindset also means getting the hang of letting go. And no, letting go doesn't mean you're giving up. It's about releasing your grip on things that just don't help you anymore. This could be old habits, outdated beliefs, or even relationships that are dragging you down. Holding on to the past can stop you from snatching up new opportunities and moving forward. Letting go clears up mental and emotional clutter, letting you focus on what really counts and opening doors for growth. Don't forget self-compassion. It's a super important part of thinking like a winner. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when things get tough or when you slip up, is vital. Being self-compassionate doesn't mean making excuses for poor choices. It's about recognizing that everyone stumbles and that messing up is part of life. When you practice self-compassion, you build a mindset that encourages learning and bouncing back instead of beating yourself up. This kinder approach sets you on a healthier, more sustainable path to success. Visualization, as we've mentioned, is a fantastic tool, but it works even better when you pair it with real action. Just daydreaming about success isn't enough. You've got to take concrete steps toward your aims. Use visualization to boost your belief in what's possible, and then get moving. Back it up with actions that really take you closer to what you want. Mixing up your mental images with real-life effort creates a powerful combo that makes it way more likely for your dreams to come true. Embracing a bit of discomfort is another biggie when it comes to building a winning mindset. You see, growth often sneaks in during those tough moments that stretch your limits and push you to do things you might not think you're ready for. It's in those tricky times that you stumble upon new strengths and skills. Instead of running away from tough experiences, lean into them. Think of them as your training ground for building resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving abilities. Feeling uncomfortable isn't a sign that you're heading in the wrong direction. It's actually a hint that you're stretching beyond what you thought was possible. Now, thinking like a successful person also means owning up to your actions and being accountable. Accountability is all about taking charge of what you do and accepting the outcome. When you hold yourself responsible, you strengthen your commitment to your goals and what you truly value. It's all about being real with yourself about how you're doing and owning up when things don't go quite as planned. Remember, accountability doesn't mean you have to be flawless. It's about being dedicated to improving a little more each day. By recognizing where you could do better, you give yourself a chance to adjust and come back even stronger. Another cool part of this successful mindset is figuring out how to lend a hand to others. Sure, personal goals are great, but living a truly fulfilling life often means making a positive splash in the lives of those around you. Consider how your skills, talents, and achievements could help out people nearby. When you contribute to someone else's well-being, you create a sense of purpose that extends way beyond just your own dreams. This outward focus adds more meaning to what you're chasing and can really push you to reach even bigger heights. Successful folks are also pretty good at seeking feedback, not just from others, but from life itself. Every single experience gives you hints, whether it's through the results you see, people's reactions, or the overall outcomes. There's always something to learn. So, pay attention. When you're looking for feedback from others, seek out those who genuinely care about you and can offer helpful insights. Embrace this feedback as a chance to grow instead of seeing it as criticism. Use it as a compass to fine-tune your strategies and to think like a successful person. Make it a habit to practice gratitude as a primary tool in your toolkit. Gratitude isn't just a quick fix. It's like a cozy blanket you want to wrap around yourself every day. Take a moment to appreciate not just the big wins in life, but also those little sparks of joy that pop up throughout your day. Being grateful helps you stay grounded, upbeat, and hopeful, even when things get a bit rough. It shifts your focus from what's missing in your life to all the good stuff that's already there, and that really helps you grow and see new possibilities. When you make gratitude a regular thing, you're building a mindset that pulls in even more good vibes. It's all about being open to new ideas and fresh info. If you discover something new, don't be afraid to switch up your thoughts, strategies, or even the goals you've set for yourself. Being adaptable shows you're ready to grow and aren't stuck on any one way of thinking. The world is always changing, and the folks who do well are the ones who can roll with those changes. So, let's not shy away from change. It's just part of moving forward. Think of it as a chance to improve and try out new things. Successful thinkers know that learning doesn't stop when you hit your goals. No matter how much you've achieved, there's always more to soak up. Embracing that forever student attitude means you're always growing. Go ahead and seek out knowledge, not just to check items off your to-do list, but to make your life richer and broader. Aim to learn something new each day, whether it's from reading, taking a class, or just being curious about the world around you. To keep that successful mindset strong, don't forget to celebrate your wins as you go. Take a moment to recognize the little victories, as they all bring you a step closer to your bigger dreams. Celebrating your progress helps keep the excitement alive and reminds you of just how far you've come. It's not about sitting back and enjoying past triumphs. It's about acknowledging the hard work you've put in and using that recognition to spark more drive. The more you celebrate your successes, the more energy you build to keep pushing for greatness. Finally, let's talk about leaving a positive mark on the world. Think about the kind of impact you want to have, not just on the people around you, but out there in the bigger picture. Your choices, actions, and values can create ripples that stretch way beyond your time here. Adopting a legacy mindset means you start thinking bigger, acting with purpose, and aiming for something meaningful. It's not just about achieving your personal goals, it's about making a difference and contributing to something greater. Your thoughts are like seeds that plant the future of your life. So as you work on adopting a successful mindset, remember that you have the power to steer your life based on the choices you make and the attitudes you take on. Let these principles light your path as you always aim to think and act in ways that align with your biggest dreams. The journey to success isn't a straight line or a walk in the park, but when you have a mindset rooted in growth, resilience, and purpose, you can reach heights you never thought possible. Think big, live with intention, and let your thoughts lead you to a life that's rich and fulfilling. Your adventure kicks off with the mindset you choose to build, so make that choice wisely, stick to it, and watch as your life changes in amazing ways. As you carry on with this mindset-building journey, keep in mind that success isn't a final stop along the way. It's an ongoing process of growing, learning, and getting better. It's about embracing a mindset that sees life as a continuous adventure, where every single experience, whether it's a win or a stumble, plays a part in shaping who you are. The most successful folks know that being the best in any area of life means committing to constant improvement. This way of thinking keeps them inspired even after they've crossed big milestones, because they know there's always more to learn, discover, and achieve. One of the best habits you can pick up is to create a growth plan for yourself. Just like businesses put together plans to grow, you'll need your own personal growth strategy that maps out how you want to develop in different parts of your life. This plan should include clear goals for your physical health, emotional well-being, mental growth, relationships, finances, and how you want to give back to society. Having a growth plan gives your life some structure and direction, helping you stay locked in on becoming a better version of yourself each day. And as part of your personal growth toolkit, make it a habit to set aside time to reflect. Reflection is a really powerful tool for learning and getting to know yourself better. By regularly taking a step back to think about your thoughts, actions, and experiences, you'll uncover valuable insights into what you're good at and where you can improve. This reflective practice helps you understand your experiences, spot patterns in how you think and act, and figure out what's working for you and what's not. It keeps you in sync with your goals and helps you make smarter choices down the line. Let's take a moment to chat about something pretty cool: the habit of asking yourself empowering questions. You see, successful folks tend to dig deep and pop questions in their minds that get their creative juices flowing, help them tackle problems, and spot opportunities even when times get tough. Instead of whining, "Why is this happening to me?" flip the script and ask, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can this experience make me tougher or more skilled?" Empowering questions help you shift your view from the problems in front of you to the solutions that are waiting to be found, turning those pesky obstacles into stepping stones on your path instead of annoying roadblocks. Next up, let's talk about trusting the process. There will be moments when progress feels like it's taking forever, or when you suddenly hit a wall. But if you stick with it and stay dedicated to your goals, good things are definitely on their way. The road to success is hardly ever a smooth ride, but the ones who make it through are the ones who keep pushing through the tough times, believing their hard work will pay off eventually. Trusting the process also means being kind to yourself. and recognizing that growth can't be rushed. Give yourself the grace to develop at your own pace. Now let's sprinkle some mindfulness into your daily routine to help boost that success mindset. Mindfulness is all about being in the moment, really soaking in what's happening right now without judging it or getting distracted. When you're mindful, you become better at focusing, making smart choices, and handling situations with a clear and calm head. It's a fab way to reduce stress, improve your emotional smarts, and really get to know yourself better, all of which helps build a more successful mindset. By making mindfulness a regular thing in your life, you'll grow stronger mentally, staying grounded even when life throws curveballs your way. Another vital piece of the puzzle for keeping that successful mindset alive is building resilience. Resilience is all about bouncing back after facing setbacks, adapting when things change, and keeping on going despite challenges. It's like having a superpower that helps you return even stronger after hitting a bump in the road. To boost your resilience, focus on keeping things positive, staying flexible, and learning from your experiences. Remember, setbacks are just temporary, and every challenge can hide a little nugget of opportunity if you're willing to look for it. Resilience is a bit like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. To top it all off, surround yourself with inspiration to keep that mindset thriving. So, whether you're diving into a good book, watching some uplifting videos, or hanging out with folks who get you, keep soaking up all those ideas and stories that push you to shoot for the stars. The vibe you let into your life can really affect how you think and act, so it's super important to fill your mind with stuff that lifts your spirits and gets you pumped up. Regularly tapping into inspiration keeps that fire in your belly alive and helps you stay focused on what you want. Next up, let's talk about the magic of networking and making solid connections. Thinking like a winner means knowing that success doesn't happen in a bubble. It takes teamwork, support, and learning from others. So, put yourself out there and build relationships with people who share your passions, motivate you, and encourage you to evolve. Find mentors who can share their wisdom from their journeys, and don't hesitate to lend a hand to others too. When you surround yourself with positive, growth-minded folks, you create a vibe that promotes encouragement and success for everyone involved. Now, here's another cool mindset. Practice giving without expecting anything back. One of the most powerful ways to think about success is realizing that real abundance comes from helping others out. When you support someone else's success, it creates this lovely cycle of positivity that often circles back to you in ways you might not expect. Whether you're sharing your smarts, lending a hand, or just giving your time to someone in need, the act of giving sprouts a mindset of generosity and opens up pathways to deeper connections that you might have otherwise missed. Another trick that successful thinkers know is to concentrate on what you can control. It's easy to get tangled up in worrying about stuff that's totally out of your hands, but people who thrive get that their energy is best spent on what they can actually influence, like their thoughts, actions, and attitudes. By zeroing in on what you can control, you take charge of your life and start making real strides, no matter what obstacles pop up. Let go of the urge to manage everything and just focus on doing your best with what you've got. And hey, let's not forget about visualization. It's been mentioned before, but this is a nifty technique that successful folks use not just to picture their finish line, but also to mentally walk through how to get there. When you visualize your goals, don't just get hung up on the end goal. Imagine all the steps you'll take, the hurdles you'll jump over, and how you'll tackle them. Picture yourself taking action consistently, making choices, and keeping your focus even when things get tough. This kind of daydreaming helps gear up your brain for the ride ahead, making it way easier to stick it out when challenges come knocking. Celebrate every little bit of progress, no matter how tiny. Success is all about taking baby steps, and it's super important to give yourself a pat on the back for those little wins along the way. Whether you've finished a project, hit a personal goal, or just stuck to your good habits. Taking a moment to celebrate boosts your motivation and puts you in a positive headspace. The more you cheer for your achievements, the more energy you create, making it a breeze to keep your eyes on the bigger picture. And don't forget, success is about more than just money or a fancy job title. True success mixes in emotional happiness, solid friendships, personal development, and finding your purpose. As you chase after success, make sure your goals line up with what really matters to you and contribute to your overall happiness. A successful mindset doesn't just seek work-life balance. It understands that all parts of your life are linked. When you take care of your mind, body, and spirit all at once, you build a sturdy base for long-lasting success and joy. So when you think about adopting a successful mindset, it's a bit more than picking up a few good habits. It's a full-on lifestyle with a clear sense of direction, purposeful action, bouncing back after setbacks, and always aiming to grow. It's about syncing your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your biggest dreams, consistently making choices that mesh with your vision. Remember, success isn't that final destination. It's a state of being, how you think, act, and show up in life, day in and day out. As you kick off your journey to develop a successful mindset, keep in mind that it's a process. Be kind to yourself, embrace the bumps along the way, and celebrate how far you've come. Keep adjusting your mindset, stay open to learning new things, and trust in your capability to craft the life you want. With every little step you take, you're laying down the groundwork for sustained success and fulfillment. Dream big, act with intention, and let your mindset lead you to the amazing life waiting just for you. Success, in the end, is all about the journey, not just the finish line. It's not just about what you achieve, it's really about who you turn into along the way. So, make it a habit each day to think like someone who's successful, and watch your life shift in ways you didn't even imagine. As you work on your success mindset, you'll discover that the big secret to hitting your goals is all about consistency. Yep, that's what makes the difference between those who only dream and those who actually make it happen. It's all about being disciplined enough to show up every single day, even when your motivation takes a dive. That's what paves the path to real success. By sticking to small actions that align with your ambitions every day, you'll slowly build up some serious momentum over time. This momentum adds up, bringing you closer to your dreams in ways that might not be obvious right away, but are super powerful. Remember, consistency calls for a bit of patience and sticking with the idea of delayed gratification. It's so easy to feel down when you don't see immediate results, but successful folks get that big achievements take a little time. They understand that those tiny, seemingly trivial steps they take today will pay off later. Whether you're picking up a new skill, tackling a long-term project, or creating some healthy habits, the secret is to keep pushing forward, even when the progress seems like it's crawling along. Trust the process and know that every little step forward, no matter how minor, is bringing you closer to what you want. If you want to keep that consistency going, it's super helpful to create habits that support your success. Habits are like magic because they turn typical actions into automatic behaviors, which saves your brain power for bigger decisions. When things like exercising, reading, or working towards your goals become your habits, they slip into your daily routine naturally. That means you won't need to rely so much on willpower or motivation as it all starts feeling like second nature. To develop strong habits, start with baby steps and then ramp things up gradually. For instance, if you want to get into reading, kick off with just 5 or 10 minutes a day. As this habit settles in, you can begin to increase your reading time. The more you repeat the habit, the stronger it gets. Keeping your habits consistent is super important to stick to your goals. A really great way to do this is to keep track of your progress. Whether you jot things down in a journal, use an app, or just check things off a simple list, tracking your habits helps you see how far you've come and keeps you accountable. It also gives you that lovely little boost of satisfaction and motivation as you watch. As you keep at it, those streaks of consistency really start to build up over time, and having someone to hold you accountable can be a game changer for sticking to your goals. Whether it's a mentor, a mate, or a whole community, sharing your journey with someone who's got your back can really boost your chances of staying committed. Talking about your wins and struggles with someone supportive gives you that extra nudge, advice, and a bit of motivation to keep going, especially when the going gets tough. When you know someone else is interested in your success, it adds a sense of responsibility. You want to make them proud and prove that you're on the right path. But don't forget about self-accountability too. The most successful folks take charge of their actions and outcomes. They don't play the blame game or come up with excuses about why things went wrong. Instead, they look inward and think about what they could tweak or improve on. Being honest with yourself about how hard you're working and how you're progressing is key. You've got the reins on your actions, and at the end of the day, your success is all on you. Keeping consistent also needs a bit of grit, because life will throw some curveballs your way, unexpected bumps, setbacks, and challenges. The magic lies in your ability to bounce back from these hiccups. Resilience isn't about never feeling down or beaten. It's more about picking yourself up and carrying on after a fall. When things go sideways, successful people don't just throw in the towel. They adapt, learn from what went wrong, and keep on trucking. Building that resilient mindset helps you see those setbacks as just temporary hiccups, not big scary walls blocking your way. When things get tricky, it's super helpful to go back to your why. This is the core reason driving you behind your goals, the real purpose that gets you out of bed and keeps you pushing, even when it feels tough. It's what breathes life into your actions and fuels your determination. Staying connected to your why helps you keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Whether you're aiming to support your family, leave a legacy, or make a positive mark on the world, your why is the anchor that keeps you steady on your mission. Visualization is another fantastic tool for staying consistent. It keeps your goals clear and alive in your mind. When you regularly picture your success, it boosts your confidence in your own abilities to make it happen. When you picture yourself smashing through challenges and reaching your goals, you're basically drawing a mental map that directs your next steps. Visualization is not just a boost for your confidence. It's also like having a superpower that helps you stick to your plans, even when things get a bit sticky. Besides getting your head in the right place, looking after your body is super important for keeping that successful mindset. How you feel physically, your energy levels, clarity of thought, and emotional balance can really affect your game plan. To keep your energy high and your focus sharp on your long-term goals, regular exercise, good food, and enough sleep are a must. When you look after your body, you arm yourself with the strength you need to keep pushing forward. Make sure to include some self-care in your recipe for success, since a fit body is the best buddy for a fit mind. Another thing that helps you stay on track is how you handle your surroundings. Your environment can either lift you up or bring you down, depending on how you set it up. It's all about creating a space, both physically and mentally, that gets you in the mood for being productive and focused. This could mean tidying up your workspace, surrounding yourself with positive vibes, or cutting down on distractions like social media and TV. Successful folks know how to craft their surroundings to spark creativity, motivation, and concentration. When you set up an environment that vibes with your goals, it makes sticking to your plans much easier. Time management is also key for keeping things consistent. Folks who get stuff done are super intentional about their time, since they know it's one of their most precious resources. They map out their days, sort their to-do lists, and kick time-wasting activities to the curb. Being good with your time means sticking to the plan and making sure your daily actions are steps towards that big picture. This takes setting clear priorities, diving into tasks that pack a punch, and saying no to those pesky distractions that don't serve your aims. Don't forget that incorporating downtime and recovery into your routine is just as crucial as putting in the hard graft. Consistency isn't about going flat out all the time. It's about finding a balance between effort and relaxation. Taking breaks lets your mind and body recharge, stopping burnout and keeping your energy up for the road ahead. Successful people know that resting isn't just a nice to have, it's essential for keeping your performance on point. So, make sure to pencil in some chill time. Find hobbies and activities that make you happy and help you chill out. This balance is key to keeping things steady over time without wearing yourself out. Now, having a successful mindset also means you need to be flexible. Sure, being consistent is important, but it's just as vital to roll with the punches because life can be a bit unpredictable. Sometimes your plans might need a bit of tweaking. Being flexible lets you change up your game plan when you need to without losing sight of your big picture. If you're stuck in rigid thinking, it can lead to frustration when things go off track. But if you stay open to new ideas, strategies, and chances, you can handle challenges with a bit of creativity and a tough spirit. Flexibility means you can keep that steady pace toward your goals, even if the road gets bumpy. As you chase your dreams, remember that being consistent doesn't mean you have to be perfect. There will be days when things just don't go your way, or when your motivation takes a nosedive, or when life throws you a curveball. Successful folks don't let the odd setback throw them off course. They get that consistency is more about the long-term pattern than nailing it every single day. If you happen to miss a day or veer off track, don't beat yourself up. Just hop back on as soon as you can. What really counts is your overall commitment to your vision, not those little slip-ups. Lastly, take a moment to celebrate your consistency. Acknowledge the determination it takes to keep showing up day after day, even when it feels tough. Realize that every small step, every tiny bit of progress, and every little effort you put in is a piece of the puzzle leading to your long-term success. Giving yourself a pat on the back for being consistent helps cement that behavior and keeps you fired up to keep going. It's a reminder that success is built on a foundation of daily actions, and by staying consistent, you're paving your way to greatness. So thinking like a successful person means embracing consistency as your secret weapon for reaching your goals. It's all about showing up every day, even when it's a struggle, and really committing to the journey. Teaming consistency with resilience, accountability, and a solid connection to what drives you can create the momentum needed to turn dreams into reality. By building habits that support your vision, managing your time and space wisely, and keeping flexible in your approach, you're setting yourself up for long-lasting success. The journey to success isn't a quick dash. It's more like a long, winding race, and sticking with it is what gets you across the finish line. Keep taking those little steps, tweak your mindset, and have faith that all your hard work will pay off. Remember, success doesn't just happen in a flash. It's the result of consistently focused actions that build up over time. Stay on your path, and you might achieve even more than you thought was possible. What you do today shapes your future, so it's worth it to think, act, and live with purpose and intention. Success comes from making deliberate choices, having a clear mind, and embracing both the bumps in the road and the chances that come your way. Building a successful life relies on good habits, sticking to your plans, and keeping at it, but it also calls for being adaptable and clever in a world full of distractions. Successful folks keep their eyes on what truly matters, knowing that every day is a new chance to inch closer to their dreams. One of the best ways to stay motivated and focused is to get clear on your goals. When you know exactly what you want, your actions will naturally line up with those goals. Clarity helps you tune out the noise, making it easier to make moves that push you ahead. A clear goal acts like a guiding star, helping you dodge obstacles and grab opportunities as they come. Without clarity, it's so easy to drift off course or feel overwhelmed by all the choices available. Make a habit of revisiting and adjusting your goals to keep them in line with your true purpose. Alongside clarity, knowing how to prioritize is super important. There'll always be a million things fighting for your attention, but not all tasks are equally important. Learning to focus on high-value activities that directly boost your progress is key. Time is precious, and honing in on a few crucial tasks that really make a difference will speed up your success. Prioritizing also means being able to let go of those tasks that might feel urgent but aren't really that essential. Being disciplined about what you give your time and energy to, and saying no to the less important stuff is what sets successful people apart from those who just can't seem to move forward. The idea of compounding isn't just for money. It works for personal growth and success too. Small, consistent efforts over time add up to big changes, leading to impressive growth. Whether it's picking up a new skill, improving a process, or forming a new habit, daily progress adds up, and many people underestimate how powerful that can be. Let's talk about the magic of taking small steps. It might feel like progress is taking its sweet time, but those who really make it understand that real change comes from steady, consistent actions. Each little win helps you build some serious momentum, and pretty soon, those tiny efforts add up to big results. Another big piece of the success puzzle is managing your emotions. Emotional intelligence, knowing what you're feeling, keeping yourself in check, and understanding how others feel, can really change the game in both your personal and work life. Our emotions play a huge role in how we make decisions, the relationships we build, and our overall happiness. Successful folks learn how to keep their feelings in check, especially when the heat's on. This way, they can think clearly and make smarter choices. Mastering your emotions helps you steer clear of acting on impulse and encourages you to think long-term. Getting into mindfulness or just taking a moment to reflect can give you a better grip on your feelings, ensuring they help you reach your goals instead of getting in your way. Now let's chat about being adaptable. The world is always changing, and being stuck in your ways can really hold you back. The people who thrive are the ones who are open to fresh ideas, willing to switch up their methods when needed, and ready to change direction if the situation calls for it. Being adaptable doesn't mean giving up your dreams. It's all about being flexible in how you get there while sticking to your vision. By welcoming change and looking for opportunities within it, you become more resilient and inventive when times get tough. Oh, and don't forget that setbacks are totally normal on your journey. No one's path to success is a straight line, and let's face it, failing often comes before finding success. The trick is how you deal with those bumps in the road. Instead of seeing setbacks as a dead end, think of them as temporary hurdles that come with valuable lessons. Every misstep can teach you something important about what's not working, helping you tweak your approach and bounce back even stronger. The ability to keep pushing through challenges is what sets successful thinkers apart. They know failure just means you're taking another step closer to success. Building a squad of supportive, like-minded people can really boost your journey. Being around folks who cheer you on, challenge you, and inspire you creates a fantastic space for growth. Working together and sharing knowledge are supercharged tools for achieving your goals. So, go out there and find mentors who've been where you want to go, and don't forget to share your own wisdom with others along the way. Relationships are like gold dust, because when you give to and learn from your network, you really up your chances of hitting it big. Plus, being thankful plays a huge part in keeping a positive and successful attitude. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, which brings a sense of plenty and happiness. This upbeat mindset pumps up your energy for making progress and helps you keep a good perspective, even when times get tough. Gratitude also helps you build closer connections, because when you acknowledge what others have done for you, it brings you closer together and builds a vibe of goodwill. Next up is self-discipline, which is another big piece of the success puzzle. Discipline is what keeps you pushing forward when motivation decides to take a break. It's all about being able to do what needs doing, even when you'd rather binge watch your favorite series. Discipline brings a sense of order and accountability, helping you stick to your goals. By regularly flexing your self-discipline muscles in little ways, like sticking to a daily routine or following through on promises, you boost your ability to tackle bigger challenges when they come along. Over time, discipline becomes second nature, and staying focused and productive feels way easier, no matter what's going on around you. Taking the time to review and reflect on how you're doing is super helpful. Regularly checking in on your actions, results, and mindset lets you tweak things when needed and make sure you're heading in the right direction. This reflection process helps you learn from what you've been through, spot areas that could use a bit of work, and celebrate your wins. It also gives you a sense of control and purpose, as you can see the impact of your efforts towards your long-term goals. Now, let's talk about visualization as a success tool. It's all about painting a mental picture of what you want to achieve. It goes beyond just fancy daydreaming. It's like giving your success a mental rehearsal. including the steps you'll take to get there. By visualizing both the journey and the end goal, you get your conscious and subconscious minds working together for your success. Successful folks often use visualization to keep their motivation high and their focus sharp, as it helps them truly believe their goals are within reach. When you can picture yourself nailing it, taking the steps to turn that vision into reality feels a lot more manageable. Time is one of the most precious resources you've got, and how you handle it really influences how successful you can be. People who find success are pretty intentional with their time. Let's talk about how you can make the most of your time. It's all about planning your days well, zeroing in on activities that really matter, and cutting out distractions. Time management isn't just about keeping busy, it's about actually being productive. Knowing when to dive deep into work and when to take a breather is key to using your time smartly while avoiding that dreaded burnout. Treat your time like the treasure it is and spend it wisely to get closer to your dreams. One of the biggest game changers for achieving success is realizing that you're the artist of your own life. Sure, outside stuff can affect what happens to you, but it's your mindset, choices, and actions that really steer the ship. When you take charge of your life, owning both your wins and losses, you gain the power to make changes and get the outcomes you want. Successful folks don't see themselves as victims of their surroundings. They view themselves as the makers of their unique realities. Being resilient, disciplined, adaptable, and clear-headed lays the groundwork for a winning mindset. By focusing on growth, learning from hiccups, and sticking to your vision, you build the mental strength needed to make great things happen. Every little step you take, no matter how small, builds up the overall picture. The journey towards success never really ends, but with the right mindset, each day can bring you closer to your goals. Success isn't some far-off idea meant only for a lucky few. It's the product of consistent effort mixed with a mindset that welcomes challenges, hunts for opportunities, and stays locked on the long-term vision. By adopting these ideas, you can think, act, and live like a successful person. Your thoughts create your actions, and those actions, when repeated, shape your future. Your success kicks off right this moment with the choices you make today, the habits you nurture, and the mindset you choose to grab hold of. Step ahead with confidence, knowing you have the tools, discipline, and grit to achieve anything you set your sights on. The road to success requires focus, persistence, and a readiness to grow. Every little thing you do plays a part in shaping your future, and successful people know just how vital thoughtful choices are. The quality of those choices will define the path of your life, whether it's how you spend your time, which goals you chase, or how you tackle challenges. Being intentional with your decisions is where the foundation of success is built. Getting your head around a growth mindset means you're all about lifelong learning. Knowledge isn't something you just grab and hold on to. It's always changing, just like the skills you need to thrive. The most successful folks are the ones who are always on the hunt for fresh knowledge, honing their skills, and keeping an open mind to new ideas. This curiosity and eagerness to learn don't just keep you in the game in a world that changes faster than a speeding train. They also kickstart your personal growth. Learning doesn't stop the moment you hit a goal. It's a never-ending journey that helps you understand more and sharpen those skills. At the core of being successful is a promise to grow personally, and this rule applies to every nook and cranny of life. Growth isn't just about snagging promotions at work. It's about emotional intelligence, keeping fit, building good relationships, and really knowing yourself. A successful mindset gets the big picture, that true success is all-encompassing, needing a nice balance across all parts of life. It's not just about climbing to the top in one lane. It's about flourishing everywhere, creating a life that's rich, rewarding, and in tune with what you value. One thing that often gets missed when we talk about success is the magic of optimism. The ability to keep a sunny outlook even when the going gets tough is what makes successful people stand out. Optimism is like rocket fuel for resilience, giving you the strength to keep going when life throws curveballs. When you face setbacks, a dash of optimism helps you flip the script, turning barriers into stepping stones for growth. This can-do attitude sparks hope and opens the door to all sorts of good vibes and positive outcomes. But hey, being optimistic isn't about sticking your head in the sand or wearing rose-tinted glasses. It's about seeing the potential for things to get better and believing you can overcome the bumps in the road. With a positive mindset, it's a whole lot easier to focus on solutions instead of getting bogged down by problems. This kind of thinking gets you moving forward and fires up creativity just when you need it most. Another biggie for successful people is their knack for taking smart risks. Risks are part and parcel of the journey to success, but the trick is in how you weigh those risks and manage them wisely. Smart risk-taking means knowing what could go wrong, balancing it against what you could gain, and diving in with confidence when the potential reward is worth it. Being willing to step out of your comfort zone and dabble in unknown territory can lead to those light bulb moments and opportunities that would usually slip by unnoticed. On the flip side, letting fear control you keeps those doors firmly shut. Fear of failing can really freeze up our ability to make decisions and hold us back from moving forward. Rising above this fear is super important for personal growth. After all, failure is something we can expect, and it actually has a lot to teach us. Each flop comes with a lesson that can help guide us towards success later. If we can shift our perspective and see failure as just feedback instead of some sort of personal attack, it transforms those experiences into stepping stones. By grabbing onto the wisdom that comes from our setbacks, we can see a clearer path ahead and make future successes feel much more within reach. Now, let's dive into another crucial practice for getting ahead: taking action even when things aren't crystal clear. A lot of folks hang around waiting for that perfect moment, the most flawless plan, or the ideal conditions to chase after their dreams. But holding out for perfection usually leads to doing nothing at all. Successful people get that you make progress by moving forward, even when things feel a bit shaky. Taking action, testing out ideas, and learning from the outcomes is way more effective than being stuck in a state of uncertainty. Even if your steps are a bit wobbly, just keeping the momentum going can give you valuable insights that help you along your journey. As we move on, let's talk about something else that's super important: staying flexible with our goals and how we get there. It's great to have a clear vision, but the exact route to that vision might change along the way. Life throws us curveballs, and those who thrive are the ones who can adjust their plans without losing track of what they ultimately want. This flexibility opens up opportunities for creative problem solving, ensuring that we keep moving forward even if the path looks different from what we first imagined. One of the coolest traits that successful people have is their ability to stay disciplined, even when they're not feeling particularly motivated to keep pushing. Motivation can be a bit of a roller coaster ride, but discipline is like the trusty guide that provides the structure and steadiness needed to hit those long-term goals. Discipline means doing what needs to get done, even when it's not the most fun or it feels inconvenient. It's all about showing up each day, no matter what's happening around you, which is what really leads to mastering skills and achieving big things. Plus, self-discipline isn't just about work. It spills over into every part of life, including how you manage your time, energy, and resources. Successful folks often pay close attention to how they spend their time. They guard their most productive hours for work that matters and dodge distractions that might lead them off track. This kind of discipline makes sure that their efforts consistently line up with their goals. Getting ahead in life is all about hanging out with the right crowd. No one does it all by their lonesome. The connections you make, whether they're buddies, mentors, or collaborators, are super important for your development. Those who are doing well often look for folks who challenge them, inspire them, and have their back when times are tough. These relationships can really keep your spirits high and help you see the big picture. And let's not forget the importance of ditching the energy vampires. Surrounding yourself with upbeat, forward-thinking people is key to success. It's like surrounding yourself with a cheer squad that lifts you up instead of dragging you down. Speaking of positivity, let's chat about gratitude. Practicing gratitude is a game changer for maintaining a successful mindset. It helps you feel lucky and keeps you grounded, especially when life throws curveballs. Taking a moment to recognize your progress, celebrate the little wins, and show appreciation for those who help you out really boosts your morale and keeps things sunny. Gratitude also helps you steer clear of that feeling of scarcity or competition, nudging you toward teamwork and shared growth. By regularly focusing on what you're thankful for, you build better connections and keep your emotions balanced, no matter what's going on around you. Now, let's dive into purpose. Having a strong sense of purpose is like having a guiding star. Without it, goals can feel a bit empty, and it's easy to lose motivation when the going gets tough. Your purpose gives your actions meaning, making everything you do feel significant. The clearer you are about why you're doing what you do, the more energy and drive you'll have to overcome hurdles and stick to your dreams. But keep in mind, purpose isn't just about looking out for number one. A lot of people who really make it big find that their true calling is about helping others or contributing to something bigger than themselves. This broader perspective not only brings personal satisfaction, but also inspires those around you, creating a wave of positive change. When you let purpose be your driving force, success morphs into something much greater than just personal achievement. It becomes a real force for good. So remember, having a successful mindset isn't about being perfect. It's all about being committed to growth, resilience, and rolling with the punches. It's about making choices that align with your long-term dreams, taking leaps of faith, and learning from your slip-ups. Showing up consistently with discipline and determination can help anyone think, act, and live in a way that leads to meaningful success. Each day is a fresh chance to make decisions that shape your future. The journey to success is all about the choices you make, the mindset you embrace, and the habits you build along the way. Every little action matters in creating a successful life, and over time, those small steps add up, giving you the momentum to push through even when things get tough. One of the coolest things to remember about success is that it usually unfolds bit by bit. You rarely get that big, dramatic win all of a sudden. Nope, it's all about putting in steady, consistent effort over time. Those tiny victories pile up to create bigger achievements. This idea works for any goal, whether you're growing a business, learning a new skill, or enhancing your relationships. It's those everyday actions done with purpose that bring about lasting change. This way of thinking can also help you deal with frustration when you're not seeing instant results. It's super easy to feel down when it seems like nothing's happening, but successful folks trust the journey. They stick with it, knowing that every step brings them a bit closer to what they want. Patience becomes a real superpower here, giving you the strength to keep going even when the results aren't obvious right away. Another biggie when it comes to success is understanding the power of intention. When your actions come from clear intentions, they pack a lot more punch. It's not just about going through the motions, it's about realizing why each action matters and how it fits into the bigger picture. Setting intentions helps you channel your energy and focus on what's really important, keeping distractions at bay. With a solid reason for each choice you make, it's much easier to stay in tune with your long-term goals. While intention is key, being adaptable is just as crucial. Success often means knowing when to change course, adjusting your strategies when things don't go as planned, and being open to fresh opportunities. Sticking too rigidly to a plan can hold you back, locking you into a certain way of thinking and acting. On the flip side, being flexible opens up doors for creativity and innovation. Being adaptable doesn't mean ditching your goals. It's all about finding new paths to reach them when roadblocks pop up. It's about being resourceful and spotting potential wherever you can. Where some people spot problems, others are busy figuring out solutions that aren't always obvious. It's super important to strike a good balance between being stubborn and being flexible. Sure, it's great to stick to your goals, but it's also vital to notice when you need to switch things up. This balance isn't just about knowing yourself, it's also about having a bit of humility. Being self-aware means you can see when things aren't going your way, and humility helps you change direction without feeling like you failed. Successful folks are those who can stick to their guns while also being open to trying new things, when the old methods just aren't cutting it anymore. Keeping a winning mindset also involves thinking about the long game. In a world that often wants everything right now, being a long-term thinker really makes a difference. They realize that the most rewarding achievements take time, and that the effort you put in today might not pay off until later. Long-term thinking helps you stay patient and tough, especially when you hit bumps in the road. Plus, it guides you to make choices that favor future success rather than quick wins. But don't forget, long-term focus doesn't mean you ignore the now. Success is built in the moment, and the people who get ahead are the ones who can dive into what they're doing while keeping an eye on the big picture. Being present helps you concentrate better, make smarter choices, and truly enjoy the journey. It can also stop you from feeling overwhelmed because it keeps your mind clear and focused on what you can tackle right away. A big part of staying focused is learning how to manage your energy wisely. Success isn't just about managing your time. It's also about knowing when you're buzzing with energy throughout the day. Energy comes and goes, so figuring out when you're most productive allows you to get the most important tasks done when you're feeling your best. On the flip side, when your energy is low, it's a good idea to handle easier tasks or take some time to recharge. Rest and recovery often don't get enough love when you're chasing success, but they're key for keeping the momentum going in the long run. Burning out can affect even the most driven people, so weaving rest into your daily routine is a must. Taking a breather helps both your mind and body recharge, making sure you can keep pushing forward. To keep chasing your dreams with clarity and focus, you need a bit of staying power. Successful folks really know when to keep going and when to take a step back, realizing that it's all about finding that sweet spot between getting things done and feeling good about yourself. Another big piece of the success puzzle is learning to welcome feedback. Feedback, whether it's coming from other people or just life in general, gives you some pretty handy hints on where you can do better. Sure, it can be tough to hear, especially when it points out your flops or areas that need work. But instead of getting defensive or brushing it off, successful people see feedback as a way to level up. They take it and use it to sharpen their game, boost their skills, and move closer to their targets. Going after feedback, especially from mentors or mates who've already walked the path you're aiming for, is a brilliant way to speed things up. Mentorship brings wisdom that helps you dodge the usual traps and pick up useful tricks. Being open to suggestions from people you trust helps you learn quicker and gives you a clearer view of how you're doing. Even if the feedback stings a bit, it can turn into a valuable lesson if you tackle it with the right attitude. And let's not forget about gratitude. It's super important for keeping the success train rolling. Practicing gratitude means focusing on what's already great in your life rather than what's missing. It helps you appreciate what you have, which builds resilience and contentment. By regularly spotting the bright spots in your journey, you reinforce a sense of well-being that keeps you going even when the going gets tough. But remember, gratitude isn't about settling for less or being okay with just anything. It's about valuing the steps you've taken while still reaching for the stars. Another key element of success is emotional resilience, the knack for dealing with stress, setbacks, and life's curveballs without letting them take you down. Life can throw all sorts of surprises your way, and how you respond to them is crucial for long-term success. People who thrive build emotional resilience by keeping their perspective, taking care of themselves, and having solid plans for handling tough moments. They know that while their feelings matter, they shouldn't let emotions lead them to make choices that hold them back. To build that emotional resilience, it's really helpful to create a support system. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, cheer you on, and give you a fresh perspective when times get rough. A strong network of supportive folks can make a world of difference. Having supportive relationships can really help cushion the blows when you're chasing after big dreams. Plus, sharing both the wins and the losses with others adds so much more flavor to your adventure. Ultimately, believing in yourself is super important. Confidence in your abilities and knowing you can reach your goals is key. Self-belief isn't about being cocky or ignoring what you can't do. It's about trusting that you have what it takes to learn, grow, and tackle challenges head-on. This kind of confidence serves as your stabilizer when things get a bit rocky, giving you the inner strength to keep going. Building that self-belief starts with getting a few small wins under your belt. Every time you set a goal and nail it, your confidence takes a little leap, showing you that you're capable of even more. A successful attitude isn't just something you pick up overnight. It's something you grow and care for over time. It's about being dedicated every day, taking intentional steps, and being open to learning. Every single choice, habit you develop, and lesson you pick up brings you closer to the life you dream of. In the end, success isn't just about hitting a final target. It's really about the journey of evolving into the best version of yourself. By applying these ideas consistently, you set the stage for a life brimming with purpose, achievement, and happiness. Living a successful life isn't just about ticking off goals or scoring awards. It's about nurturing a mindset that encourages ongoing growth, resilience, and fulfillment. Each new day brings a chance to fine-tune those habits and thought patterns that influence what you do, steering you toward lasting satisfaction and success. Success in its truest sense is about becoming the best version of yourself, not just in what you achieve, but in how you navigate your journey. A vital part of this adventure is working on your self-awareness. When you know your strengths, weaknesses, motivations, and what makes you tick emotionally, you gain better control over how you respond to both challenges and opportunities. Instead of just reacting, you start to make proactive choices based on a clear sense of who you are and what you want out of life. Self-awareness also helps pinpoint where you need to grow, giving you a roadmap for personal development. On top of self-awareness, practicing mindfulness can be a game changer for success. Mindfulness is all about being present and engaged, helping you stay grounded as you navigate your path. Being fully in the moment without judging yourself helps you focus on what's happening right now, instead of getting bogged down with worries about the past or future. When you practice mindfulness, you boost your concentration and make clearer, more thought-out choices. This not only reduces stress, but also helps you manage your emotions better and brings a greater sense of peace and clarity into your daily life. One of the great things about mindfulness is that it helps you respond thoughtfully instead of just reacting on impulse when things get tough. Those who give mindfulness a go are more likely to take a moment to pause, assess what's going on, and pick the best way to respond. This practice builds emotional resilience and prepares you to face challenges calmly and confidently, which is super important for long-term success. Now, when you're chasing your goals, being adaptable in your thinking is key. Sticking to rigid thoughts can blind you to new possibilities or creative fixes for problems. The ability to change your perspective and tackle challenges with an open mind can lead to breakthroughs that you might miss otherwise. Adaptability really means being open to shaking things up and staying flexible when life throws you a curveball. It's all about shifting gears without losing sight of what you want to achieve in the end. Being adaptable also means accepting a bit of uncertainty. The road to success hardly ever follows a straight line, and sometimes it can feel like you're not sure what to do next. Instead of freezing up in the face of the unknown, successful folks embrace uncertainty as part of the journey. They know that taking risks and dealing with unpredictability is just part of growing, and that stepping into the unknown can bring about the greatest chances. By nurturing a mindset that welcomes uncertainty, you open the door to fresh experiences, ideas, and routes to success. Along with being adaptable, keeping a clear vision of your goals is super important. Clarity is what anchors you in your purpose and aims, especially when distractions pop up. Having a solid sense of where you're headed makes it easier to prioritize what you do and ignore stuff that doesn't help you reach your goals. Regularly checking in on your vision and aspirations keeps them fresh in your mind, serving as a constant reminder of what you're striving for when times get tough or doubts creep in. It's super useful to take a moment and think about the deeper reason behind your goals. Whether you want to take care of your family, support a cause, or just grow as a person, Figuring out your why really adds some meaning to what you're working towards. Having this sense of purpose is like having a little compass that keeps you on track, especially when things get tough. It reminds you of the bigger picture and keeps that motivation flowing. Successful folks often have a rock-solid sense of purpose, which helps them bulldoze through challenges with grit and determination. Another big part of finding success is learning how to handle fear. That nagging fear of messing up, being judged, or even just fear of the unknown can really hold you back. But those who succeed know how to face their fears head on. They get that fear is just a part of chasing after big dreams, and the trick isn't to get rid of it, but to keep moving forward regardless. When you tackle your fears, you build courage, and that's what really boosts your confidence and makes it easier to take risks. Each time you push through fear, you stretch your comfort zone and open yourself up to new chances. Along with managing fear, successful people are also pros at keeping their focus sharp. In the sea of distractions we swim in every day, being able to zero in on one task or goal without getting pulled away is a must for achieving what you want. Focus takes discipline and the guts to say no to distractions, whether they're external or popping up in your own head. By fine-tuning your focus, you'll crank up your productivity and make sure your energy is going toward things that actually get you closer to your goals. One nifty trick to staying focused is breaking your goals down into bite-sized steps. Big goals can seem super overwhelming, making you want to procrastinate or feel stuck. However, when you slice them into smaller, manageable tasks, you make progress feel way less daunting and way more achievable. Each step you finish gives you a little boost, and before you know it, you've made some serious headway toward your goal. Plus, this method gives you a nice feeling of accomplishment along the way, which really lifts your motivation and confidence. Time management is absolutely key on the road to success. How you spend your time shows what's important to you. Successful people are pretty deliberate about their daily routines, often planning and organizing their schedules to make sure they're getting the most out of their time. This doesn't mean grinding away non-stop, but rather focusing on what really matters. High-priority tasks are key, and we should definitely steer clear of things that zap our energy or don't really add much value. Managing our time is all about carving out space for what truly matters and understanding that once the time is gone, it's gone for good. To really make the most of our time and get stuff done, it helps to create some fun rituals or routines that boost our goals. Routines give us a nice bit of structure, cut down on decision fatigue, and make sure those important tasks get done regularly. Whether it's whipping up a morning routine that kicks off the day on a high note, or a little evening ritual to look back at what we've achieved, successful folks love to lean on these rituals to stay focused and disciplined. These routines become second nature and help pave the way for long-term successes. But remember, having a successful mindset isn't just about the grind. It's also about being able to cultivate a bit of optimism and keeping a bright outlook. Optimism is like our secret weapon. It helps us bounce back from tough times and handle challenges like champs. It's all about believing that things will turn out all right, even if the road ahead seems a bit fuzzy at times. This doesn't mean we stick our heads in the sand or pretend everything's peachy. It's about looking for solutions instead of fixating on problems. Optimism sets up a mental space where growth, learning, and sticking with it can flourish. And hey, keeping a sense of gratitude close can really boost that optimistic vibe. Gratitude helps us shift gears and focus on the good stuff in our lives, reminding us to appreciate how far we've come and the chances we've had. It's way too easy to get hung up on what we haven't done yet, but gratitude pulls our attention back to all the wins along the way. This mindset nurtures contentment while still leaving space for dreams and ambitions. Plus, gratitude can really strengthen our relationships. Recognizing the support we get from others helps deepen those connections and respect we all share. Lastly, truly embracing a mindset of success also means giving back. Real success isn't just about what we achieve on our own, but also about lifting others up. Whether it's mentoring someone, sharing what we know, or backing a cause, giving back gives our journey more meaning and fulfillment. Many successful people discover that a huge part of their joy comes from making a positive difference in other people's lives. By focusing on contributing rather than just chasing personal gains, we align our success with a wider purpose. In the end, success is more of a journey filled with ongoing growth, learning, and making an impact on the world around us. It's all about who we grow into along the way. Become in the process and the impact you make along the way through self-awareness, adaptability, discipline, and resilience. You can build a mindset that helps you find personal happiness and achieve lasting success. Each day gives you a fresh chance to inch closer to your goals, and with the right mindset, there are no limits to what you can achieve. To really live out a successful mindset, it's crucial to see that success isn't just about what you do on the outside, but also about the inner journey of growing and feeling fulfilled. This journey kicks off with taking full responsibility for your life. Responsibility means understanding that while you might not have control over every situation, you absolutely control how you respond to things, where you channel your energy, and the decisions you make. It's about owning your choices and realizing that you have the power to shape your reality through those choices. When you take responsibility, it gives you strength. It shifts your thinking from feeling like you're just dealing with outside forces to knowing that you're the one in charge of your future. This way of thinking encourages you to be independent and self-sufficient, while also nudging you to look for solutions instead of getting stuck on problems. When you stop blaming outside circumstances for setbacks and begin asking what you can change, you take charge of your growth and success. Part of taking responsibility is also about building self-discipline. It's often the key to success because it keeps you on track with your efforts. Success isn't just a one-off thing. It needs daily focused actions toward your goals, even on those days when your motivation is running low. Self-discipline isn't about doing tough stuff just for the sake of it, but more about forming habits that help you consistently edge closer to your dreams. These habits become the sturdy groundwork for bigger successes. Discipline also means managing distractions and keeping your focus in a world that's full of them. Successful people know how to prioritize what really matters. They are choosy about how they spend their time and energy, knowing that even the tiniest distraction can throw them off track. That's why they create environments that boost their productivity and build routines that help them keep their priorities straight. They limit their time with distractions and fiercely protect their focus, understanding that focus is one of their most precious resources. Another important part of this whole responsibility thing is the knack for consistently stepping outside your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen when you're lounging in familiarity and comfort. It kicks in when you dare to try things you've never tackled before. Successful folks see discomfort as a must-have on their journey to progress. They totally get that the biggest chances for growth often hang out just outside their comfy bubble. Whether it's diving into a new challenge, picking up a fresh skill, or facing down your fears, testing your limits can lead to amazing breakthroughs that would otherwise be sadly out of reach. While pushing past those comfort zones is super important, it's equally essential to have a bit of patience. Real success usually doesn't happen in the blink of an eye. It's more about putting in the hard yards over months or even years. Patience is what helps you stick to your goals without getting all frustrated when the results aren't showing up right away. Clever people know that every little action they take, no matter how tiny, plays a part in their long-term success, and they trust that their efforts will pay off eventually. Patience is like a cousin to persistence, and this determination is what sets the go-getters apart from those who throw in the towel too early. On top of patience, staying emotionally tough is super important. Life can be a bit of a roller coaster with its ups and downs, and there'll always be hurdles to clear along the way. Emotional resilience helps you wade through these bumps without losing sight of what you want to achieve. It's all about bouncing back from flops, learning from slip-ups, and keeping a positive outlook even when things get tough. Resilience isn't about dodging negative feelings. It's more about acknowledging them, working through them, and then pushing ahead. It's the mental grit that makes sure those little setbacks don't turn into big roadblocks. Another awesome trait of successful people is their commitment to lifelong learning. They recognize that knowledge is always changing and evolving, and the top achievers never stop soaking up new info. Whether they're flipping through books, taking classes, or hunting down mentors, they're always on the lookout for ways to expand their minds and hone their skills. Learning isn't just about gathering facts, it's about staying curious and open-minded, constantly finding new ways to evolve and grow. This mindset of always wanting to learn sparks innovation, adaptability, and personal growth, and it goes hand in hand with being open to feedback. Getting feedback, whether it comes from others or the outcomes of your actions, can really help you see where you can get better. Successful folks are always on the lookout for feedback because they know it's one of the quickest ways to spot any blind spots and tweak their efforts. Instead of taking feedback to heart or getting defensive, they treat it as a springboard for growth. They're open to new viewpoints and ready to make changes when they need to. Keeping a sense of humility is super important during this journey. Now, humility isn't about downplaying your wins or your skills. It's about recognizing that there's always room to learn and grow. This mindset helps you stay open to fresh ideas, accept change, and adapt easily. It encourages teamwork and builds stronger connections as it creates a space where you can learn from those around you. A down-to-earth approach helps keep your ego in check, leading to more genuine growth and success. Another biggie in having a successful mindset is gratitude. Practicing gratitude helps shift your focus from what you're missing to what you already have, making you feel more fulfilled and abundant. When you regularly express gratitude, you create a positive vibe that supports being resilient and staying optimistic emotionally. Plus, gratitude strengthens your relationships by acknowledging the support you get from others, helping to form deeper bonds. Successful people know that, while individual effort is important, success is often a team effort. By showing gratitude for everyone's contributions, it creates a nice cycle of positivity that lifts everyone involved. One of the biggest things to keep long-term success going is understanding the power of purpose. Purpose gives your actions direction. It's the reason you chase after your goals and fuels you to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. When you act with purpose, it feels much more rewarding and energizing. It often leads to greater satisfaction than doing things just for outside rewards. When your goals match up with your deeper purpose, success transforms from being all about personal wins to contributing to something bigger than yourself. Purpose also builds resilience because it gives you that extra push to push through tough times. When you know why you're heading toward a goal, it makes the bumps along the road a bit easier to deal with, since you're driven by something that matters more than the here and now. Finding your purpose is super important because it gives you clarity and direction, helping you keep your focus on what truly matters, even when things get a bit shaky outside. Alongside that purpose, having a clear vision for your life is a game changer. It acts like a compass, steering your decisions and actions in the right direction. Successful people take the time to map out what they want their lives to look like. And it's not just about work or money, it covers everything. Relationships, health, personal growth, you name it. A clear vision helps you sketch out a roadmap for your life, breaking down those big dreams into smaller, doable steps. Plus, it keeps you motivated because you can clearly see what you're aiming for. It's also key to keep in mind that success is a journey, not just a one-off destination. It's not about hitting one goal and then calling it quits. Instead, it's about always growing, evolving, and working on becoming the best version of yourself. Each little victory opens doors for more growth, and real success is all about the ability to keep pushing forward, no matter how much you've already achieved. Adopting this mindset means life stays exciting, dynamic, and full of potential. Ultimately, success isn't just about what you tick off your list. It's also about who you grow into along the way. By building habits like self-discipline, emotional strength, gratitude, adaptability, and having a purpose, you're setting up the groundwork for a life that feels deeply satisfying and successful in the long run. Every day gives you a new chance to take a step closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. With the right attitude, the sky's the limit on what you can pull off. Success isn't just a single event or a one-time win. It's an ongoing journey that needs persistence, clarity, and a positive mindset. The habits and principles that lead you to success involve taking responsibility, fostering discipline, learning from failures, being adaptable, and staying connected to a deeper sense of purpose. These tools can help you create the life you really want. At the end of the day, success is super personal. It's all about defining your own dreams and values, then chasing them down with passion and determination. It's about growing, both inside and out, and making choices that align with your best vision of yourself. As you move forward on your journey, remember that each day brings a fresh chance to take action, make headway, and keep going. Keep your eyes on the prize and stay focused on your dreams. Be open to picking up new skills, and remember that every little move you make gets you closer to the life you really want. In the grand scheme of things, success isn't just about hitting those targets. It's also about who you grow into on your journey. Keep pushing forward, stick to your vision, and believe that you already have all the potential you need to succeed inside you.